Hey guys, and welcome back to Conquer All Electrical. Andrew here. Today we're going to talk about baseboard heaters, and I'm actually going to show you how we install a baseboard heater. I just wanted to say please like and subscribe to the video because these videos take a lot of work. And also a little disclaimer, we never recommend that you do your own electrical work. Always consult in your local licensed electrician. With that being said, we're going to install this heater here, so you can move down and show Nick. So this is a 1500 watt baseboard. Before there was a shorter baseboard here, so we're going to install a little bit bigger of a baseboard to satisfy the room for square footage. So we've measured the room off, and the room is actually 10 by 15. So that's 150 square foot room. So we, by code, go by 10 watts per square foot. So here we're going to do 10 watts per square foot, which equals a 1500 watt baseboard heater. So go ahead and open the heater up. This one's back good. Doesn't want to come out of the box. All right, so this is our baseboard, 1500 watt, rated 240 volt. So as you can see, our wire is coming out on the left side, and this is a dual entry baseboard heater, so you can come in on either side with the wire. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set it right against, on the left side, against the baseboard over there, and then over here on the right hand side, if you can see, over here we're going to have to trim some of the baseboard off. Can you see that, Nick? Yeah, so over here we're going to have to trim it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker, and we're going to mark out the baseboard. That's the first thing we've got to do. So we're going to get the wall, get it nice and tight where it's going to sit, and then mark the side of the heater where we're going to trim it up. With our trusty little Sharpie. And then we're going to take our nice oscillating tool, and we're going to make an attempt to trim this baseboard out here. Notice that this baseboard heater here, behind it is plywood, so this is going to be quite easy to mount. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the other side and show you how we do the wire. What we do is we take the back off, and this is the pinch plate on the back. This clamps down the wire, okay? So when we take the back of the heater off, inside you'll see there's a ground terminal here, and then also the connection for the heater. So these come right out of the box with both ends tied together. So this end is tied together and that end is tied together. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set the heater here where it's gonna be, get it as close as we can, and get the wire in place. So we're gonna wanna come in about here, and I'm gonna actually strip this wire. So just let me grab my knife. Like I find it here. You can go ahead and show me doing everything, Nick. I'll edit the video how I see fit when I'm done. The more bloopers, the better it makes for the audience, right? Just looking for my knife. They say the bigger tool belt you have, the more money you make as an electrician. I don't know if that's necessarily true. So we're going to take our trusty Klein strippers here. I'm going to strip that wire back. You always want to strip away too. We're going to probably strip that back about 6 inches. Get a little bit less wire to work with here, so I don't want to strip too much. Oh, look at there, more came out of the wall. That'll give us a little more to strip back. So we go down the center of the wire and then on both sides. Perfect. So here's the key. we're gonna take this and we're gonna split it apart and we're gonna line this up and we're gonna wrap clockwise this ground around this ground screw. So that's the first thing we're gonna do is tighten it down. And then we're gonna shove the access into the heater, make sure it's not touching anything. And then we've got to get a set of strippers where we can use our knife here. We'll try this at home, folks. Here we go. And also, we actually have purpose strippers for this. You can use your linesman pliers. But whatever we got in our hand at the time. So now, you see, remember these two wires that were here? When we open these and break these apart, this is actually so we can hook onto the heater. So now all we have to do is match the colors. So we take the red and twist it around good and put our wire nut or Marrett connector on there good. And then we're gonna take our black, do the same thing. Twist that around there good. In a clockwise motion. Everything should go clockwise when you twist these on. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. We're going righty tighty. So then we'll twist that on there. I like the blue ones better because they've got these two little, let's see, you can get an extra crank on them. So there, now we've got our connections made. We're gonna shove the connections down inside of the heater. And this is fast and easy. And then we just put our back plate back on, and guess what? It's wired that quick. And there's no frigging around with the front of it or anything else. So now we're gonna mount it to the wall. So if you just wanna back up there next, and it's wood screws. In this case, we're using 10x1s. And we're just gonna flip the heater up, jam it over into place, make sure it's hard against the floor, because that is the finished floor. And then we're gonna put a couple of screws in it. That light is fucking driving me crazy. So that's over on that side, and then again over on this side. Just be careful you don't get, or we often be careful we don't get next to the wire when we do that. So that's on there solid now, but I'm gonna put two more in just to be safe. Two in the top. I should mention that we shut the power off of the breaker panel before we did this. Started this procedure. Actually, there's a wall thermostat. So now we just go back and turn the panel on, and we're good to go, ready to run this heater. One of the other things that we do is we like to take the heater and usually burn it off, because when they come from the factory, they spray them with an oil film to keep them from corroding. So when you first start the heater up, it stinks quite bad. So we'll usually open the customer's windows and we'll start the heater up and all that good jazz. So anyway, that's it. That's our heater installation. Hope you liked it. Again, like and subscribe, and check out our other videos and stand by for more to come. That's good, Nick. You can cut it.